Amazing X-Men #2 dropped this week, and with this amazing cover of Darkchylde keeping the X-Men as her prisoners or her dead, we delve into the Age of Revelation. Come on guys, let's go.
I get on these beats and I provide my city dope, yeah. I get on these beats and I revive my brother's hope, yeah. I get on these beats and I flow like a ghost.
The Age of Revelation X-Men meet Darkchylde, Juggernaut, and Seraphim Psylocke in Providence, Ohio, after their teleporter glitches and sends them to the wrong destination. Glob, Herman, and Animalia, they're ready to scrap, they're ready to go, as Beast relays that he's looking at her, and she's not Illyana. She's the Darkchylde. Glob reveals to us that Illyana bought it 9 years ago on a raid to free Cortez. Darkchylde is what returned. Yeah, apparently my girl Illyana, she's gone. And Darkchylde, y'all know who she is. She's bad, okay? She is here. Juggernaut gets angry and attacks while yelling, "She's not dead. Glob, don't you say that." Now remember this very moment because it will come back through later on in this issue. We get a quick tussle between Animalia, Glob, and Juggernaut before Darkchylde admits Jugs is her Demon Knight. Yeah, she has turned him completely into her Demon Knight. And I'm not going to lie, Juggernaut in this issue looks cold. He always looks dope, but he looks cold. Cyclops finally gets bored and tells Schwarzschild to calm them down. And Schwarzschild does easily. This moment's so funny, because it's not like Schwarzschild could have done this to another yellow and blue X-Men with 6 knives coming out of his fist. But I digress for right now. Schwarzschild puts all of them on the ground like it's nothing. And I really don't digress though. Wolverine should have never killed Magneto. It's a really dumb take in Age of Revelation. Y'all should have, as soon as that hit the table, you should have threw that one off, okay? Always throw that one off for a long time. Now, back to this. Beast asked Darkchylde, "What do you do here? What do you make?" And so she explains that she has people working for her. They work and keep on working. And there is never quite enough to do all the work they have to, not if they want to keep their contract. Illyana, my bad. Darkchylde manufactures misery. She harvests suffering. This is hitting some real world tones right here, y'all, like on so many levels. Glob believes Darkchylde is going to keep them there, but she shows them that free will is important and that no one is imprisoned there. Darkchylde calls over a worker and tells him contracts dissolve. Instead of getting happy and cheering, the worker begins to grovel on the ground, saying that he'll work harder. Please don't make him leave. Darkchylde then explains that this place is the only safe place in the Revelation territories, as the X-Virus has no claim there, and flat scans, humans, can survive. First of all, that is not free will at all. At all. That's, oh my God, that is literally opposite of free will. You're literally making them do everything for you because there's no better choice. Like, get out of here. And then you call it free will. Baby girl, you are a true villain. You are a demon over here. All right. So Cyclops, being Cyclops and the greatest leader of the X-Men, asks Darkchylde if she can help. She asks him, "Why would I act against Revelation like that?" Beast and Cyclops explain that he knows of your presence and your little fiefdom, it drives him insane. How long until he manages to remove you? And then Cyclops says, "Unless we remove him first." Darkchylde makes a deal with them in the form of a duel. If they win, she'll teleport them wherever they want to go. And if they lose, they have to pick one soul to stay with her. Cyclops agrees. Moving on to the duel, Cyclops asks Darkchylde, "Swords, I suppose," only to hear her say, "Swords are Illyana's favorite. I prefer something that cuts deeper. Truth." Instead of swords, they're using the truth, and Darkchylde starts a duel off with an appetizer, saying, "These X-Men think you're a joke." And the moment she says it, Cyclops is hit by purple demonic energy. This is really about to be a game of truth. But demons should never, ever play this game, like, ever. And let's be real, if you haven't seen Sandman Season 1, where him and, I believe, the devil get into it, this is one of those dope moments right there. Make sure you check that show out. Darkchylde tells Cyclops, the odor of suffering, like a steak sizzling on a hot iron grill. Truths have weight in this game, Cyclops. Heft. Cyclops' turn comes and he tells her, "I'm going to change their minds." And Darkchylde is barely touched on the cheek. Barely. Darkchylde wipes the hit off and tells him, "Did you expect that truth to hurt? I don't think you understand how this game works, and takes her turn to say, your failure of leadership allowed Revelation to take power. The blood of millions is on your hands. Like, she's not wrong. Cyclops is yet again bludgeoned by more demonic energy and dropped to the ground. Like, dropped to the ground, man. Like, this game right now of truth, she's really hitting him. Darkchylde tells him, do you understand now? This is a game of truths that hurt. So hurt me, Cyclops, if you can. Cyclops says on his turn, this was this body's failure, not mine. One, I am here to put it to rights. Sending out a little demonic energy to tap Darkchylde on the cheek yet again. That's all he's doing is face cheek tapping. Don't want to say that wrong. Darkchylde tells Cyclops, this is not a trial. I am not interested in your defense. Hurt me like I am hurting you. And then proceeds to give her next truth by saying, you abandoned your wife and child without a second thought. And if I could do the meme right now for the brah, 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 like that, as soon as I heard this, that is all I saw at this very moment. And Cyclops is the hardest and the farthest that we see in this issue. I mean, this is true. Jean Grey returned from the dead and Slim said deuces to Maddie and Nathan like it was nothing, okay? My man was out. Cyclops turns again, and this time he says, I did, and nothing I can do will make that right. At least my man being real. Greatest leader of the X-Men being real. And again, Darkchylde is barely tapped because, I mean, I don't know what game he's playing, but I know he's the greatest leader of the X-Men, so I know he's playing the game to win right here. Okay, straight up. Darkchylde claps her hands, saying, I see I'm not getting through to you. A truth. There was never any intention that you would succeed here. At this moment, Schwarzschild starts saying, she knows, to Glob Herman, who says back, shut up, Schwarzschild, she can't know. We are then shown Beast knows, and Alamaya is catching on that he does, but he questions if Cyclops knows. Really? Really, Beast? You're the smart one, and you had to question if the greatest leader of the X-Men understood battle tactics and strategy? Okay. Cyclops is barely affected by the demonic energy. He's barely affected by this hit from the truth. Darkchylde notices he's barely affected. Cyclops replies, because that truth can't hurt me. I figured it out immediately. It's what I would have done if I didn't think I could win here. He knows they're there as a fallout plan, and it doesn't matter. His future self may have given up on this world, but he has not. Not while he is alive. A truth. The Darkchylde exists to protect Ilyana Rasputina. If Ilyana is dead, you have failed the only thing that has ever mattered to you. And from this truth, Darkchylde is slapped hard as hell by the demonic energy. Darkchylde says, please, no more, as demons hate the truth. So it was kind of funny that she chose this game because, I mean, we know that demons, y'all don't like the truth. So why would this be one of the games that you would choose? But it was fun. This was a very good game right here. It was a duel of truths that they had. This truth is also the information, what Scott said right there, that was deduced earlier from Juggernaut in this issue when he yelled out, she's not dead, Glob. Don't you say that. So Cyclops had already known the facts that he had already known about magic and Darkchylde. And then completely right there with her Demon Knight running out to say that about Ilyana, he had put that together and managed to put that together for the truth for her at the end and whack her like that, like crazy. But greatest leader of the X-Men right there for you. Let's be real about that, okay? Looks like Cyclops is the victor. Jugs helps Darkchylde up and she asks, why hold back for so long? Cyclops replies, I had to show what I was made of to be taken seriously. Darkchylde asks, by me? Cyclops replies and points behind himself. No, by them, as the X-Men are shown behind him. And then Cyc proceeds to hit the best line in this comic with all the aura of an undefeated greatest leader of the X-Men by saying, I can do anything, as long as I have the X-Men with me. I don't care that you kidnapped me, lied to me. You're the X-Men. If you're with me, we can make things right, no matter what's in our way. Beast surmises that he forgot how good at that Cyclops is, the whole speech-giving part. And Emalia tells Cyclops, okay, we're with you. Schwarzschild adds, let's do it. And Glob Herman says, sure, I'm always down for a new and exciting way to get killed. I love Glob Herman, y'all. I love who he completely came. He is an OG right now. He's a warrior. He ready to scrap and bust at any moment. Like, he goes off. Then Cyclops turns to Seraphim Psylocke and addresses her. And she's angry about Chorister Topaz from the Overture issue. Psylocke lets Glob Herman know that he killed her. Glob Herman already told Psyche she's not an X-Men, but Cyclops sees an X on her, and with that, he'll consider her one. Psylocke actually thinks about it for a second, shakes Cyclops' hand and says, I suppose I'm an X-Men again. And this would be the truth, seeing as the X-Men should always have a telepath on the roster. Always. X-Men should always have a telepath on the roster. Now, I was going to say Psylocke was over here about to double-cross them because she's really for Revelation, but I remember in the other issue she got told something, and she even says it right here. Psylocke ends the issue telling Cyclops and the future X-Men, there's something you need to hear. I learned something that Revelation would, and has, killed to keep secret. I know what he's really planning. It's the end of the world. And there we see Revelation holding the world in the palm of his hands. It is going down. We are going to continue this. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Thank you so much for being here. And you guys should pick up X-Men comics or any comics that you like. Let me know in the comments what other comic books you guys would actually like to see on this besides X-Men or other X-Men comics. Thank you. I'm Jordan Blaine of New Kamga, and that is verified.